Hello and welcome to Train Sim World 3, where today we're going to be taking a very first look at the unofficial enhancement pack for the Midland main line. This pack has been created by the modding community and unfortunately it's only available for those that are on PC. Unfortunately, people playing on console, modding just doesn't work with it, so yeah, gutting that you won't be able to get your hands on this, because I've had a little taster of it and it's quite honestly blown my mind. So I will link in the description below the links to the two mods that I'm using on this run, which is obviously the Midland Mainline Enhancement Pack, but also to get the most out of it I also recommend running the UK Vegetation and Grass Enhancement Pack as well, because you will certainly notice the difference. There is a huge long list of changes and updates and upgrades to this route that have been made by the modding community. There's far too many for me to read out, so when you click in the link in the description, it does have a pretty nice long list for you to look through, so do check that out. But I will pick out some of the obvious ones, which I think first of all is you'll see a lot of real life signage and advertising along the route now, which really does make a difference. And yeah, it's just those little touches that start to add to the realism and make it a lot more believable driving on this route. So as we depart from Nottingham, we're going to be doing a run in the HST all the way down to Leicester, with just the one stop in East Midlands Parkway, which we've got up next in 7.7 miles. What you'll also immediately start to notice is the vegetation, and then this is for me the biggest thing part of this enhancement pack, because what you'll also notice is that it isn't popping in at the very last minute right in front of you. It actually feels natural and realistic. The other thing is clutter alongside the railway. So you can see we've got cabling here with various bits of trunking and electrical boxes. It's just little things like that that just all add to the immersion. We've got bits of rail here as well. Yeah, we'll see various sort of shipping containers that have got real life branding on it, and trucks as well, and we'll see network rail vans. All of this, just little touches like this go a long way to making it feel more of a simulator, in my opinion. So I'm genuinely really impressed with this pack so far. I have had a little run in it already to get a feel for it, get to take in some of the what it contains, so I can highlight it to you guys. And immediately you can see right there we've got some of the containers with the various branding on it, and you can see porter cabin as well, that's been added. It's got a bit of graffiti on it as well. It's just little touches. I love it. So let's start to pick up some speed here as we head towards East Midlands, and we'll jump out here, and we'll tell you what, we'll pop ourselves just down here and watch the HST fly by. Let's jump back in the cab. Let's just look at some of the changes that have been made to the HST, just some of the kind of key ones. So there's some changes been made to the gauge lights and the cab light colour as well. Unfortunately, because we're running it there, I can't really show you the best of that. And there's also some significant improvements to the Mark III coaches interior lighting, because I don't know if you are aware, in night they are sort of illuminous, they are just glowing. It doesn't feel very realistic at all, and that's been addressed. The uniforms for the drivers have also been updated, so let's just, we'll get them eventually. You can see we're wearing a new uniform. It's very nice. There's been some sound improvements and some weathering improvements, and some material fixes, and also the delivery doesn't look so shiny as well. It's a little bit more matte, which looks nice actually. I like it. So that's, and there have been various other improvements as well to the Class 158, which obviously comes alongside the HST on the Midland Main Line. Not as many fixes, but or updates or improvements, but still a good number. And yeah, I already thought this route was fantastic as it was, but you know, this is definitely taking it to absolutely the next level. It would be so nice now just to get something like the Class Treble 2 on here, or some more freight. Just I can feel that there's a lot of possibility for this route. You also see a lot of new safety signage that's been included. There's one of the trucks with the signage on, sorry. There's just all these things here that I want to bring to your attention. A lot of like safety signs, like hazard warning signs at stations as well now. Again, little attentions to detail like that make a difference. We've also got a number of speed signs and speed boards and whistle boards that have been included where they should have been, that were missing. So another great improvement there. And also one of the other big improvements from my perspective is Ratcliffe Power Station. What you'll find now is that it doesn't pop in at the very last minute. You'll be able to see it a lot further out, and it will feel a lot more natural. And the textures on there have been changed as well, not to look so pristine, so it looks actually used, which is always a good start. So we're not far now from East Midlands Parkway. Only 3 miles, but this route is just really taken, as I say, I am absolutely so blown away by the improvements that have been made to this route. Hopefully they can, this route can just keep going. I've talked a lot about in the past videos about the potential of this route and what Skyhook Games have kind of indicated that they would like to do with this route. You know, potential further loco DLCs, and also potential hinting at expansions, so a little bit like Midland Mainline in Train Simulator Classic. So fingers crossed that that can potentially come true, because it would be so nice. We need to be slowing a little bit here as we drop down to 70. But we'll also need to be slowing for our approach to East Midlands Parkway as well shortly. This is where, I guess for me, we meet the other line from Derby. So off to the right here, you can head round on the line to Derby, or you continue round to the left here, which heads towards Leicester. A little bit of power on here, just a little bit as we hit the bridge. I can never remember what this bridge is called, but actually while we're here we can talk about the power station, because it definitely looks a lot better, but it's kind of hidden away coming from Nottingham, so you don't get to see it too early. But certainly when you're coming from Derby and Leicester, you definitely notice that it's visible a lot sooner, which is it's just fantastic. There's some horrible lighting going on in here though. That's far too bright. put a little bit of power on. We're still quite away from East Midlands Parkway. Brake's probably a little bit too early there, but it's all good. You can see the new textures on the cooling tower. Just looks a little bit dirty, so like it's actually been used. We'll have a look around East Midlands Parkway and show you some of the additions here. Noticeably the East Midlands Parkway sign out the front, on the front of the station building. And also some of the, so you can see the network rail van that I mentioned earlier. There were a couple of them. There we go. See some of those safety signs that I was talking about. Plenty of them. A little bit of power here, just help us get to the end of the to our stopping point right at the end here. And there we go, nicely done. Let's unlock those doors. So you can see some of those safety signs. You can see the cooling towers. Let's run a little bit further up. Here's the grit boxes. Again, we've got some more advertising. And oh yes, there you go, you can see the East Midlands Parkway station sign. Looks very nice. I think this is an ideal opportunity to get a thumbnail, I think, in front of the Ratcliffe power station. Can we get it looking nice? It's going to be a challenge. What do we want? Something along those. We're not in the right height. That will do. No, I'm not liking that. Right, we'll find somewhere else to do it. I'm fussy. There we go. Lock those doors, release the brakes, and away we go for our next stop at Leicester. So now that's the shot here. Oh no, I pressed the wrong button there. No, maybe not. I'm not feeling the shot today. There we go. We're accelerating nicely up. See the grass on the bank there, it's just so nice. Another HST coming towards us. Route definitely feels a lot more busy, a lot busier since the recent update to the timetable, and generally the whole route to fix a number of issues, so I'm glad that that's been addressed, but I think there's more to come, that's for sure. We've got a straight run now to Leicester, so really be able to stretch the legs of this HST. And we will thunder through Loughborough. So picking up speed nicely. Reason my low haul key wasn't going to work there. That was very odd. That's a 158, very nice. I have to say that's got to be one of my favourite locos in Train Sim World, especially with the guard buzzer replicated as well. It's just it is amazing. nice to see a lot of detail, a lot of Network Rail vans just there gone past our right. But yeah, we should have a nice quick run back to Leicester. 14 minutes or so to get there, which is easily achievable given that we've got 15 miles and we'll be well over 100 miles an hour. There's over 80 now. Definitely noticed that these VP185s feel like they accelerate quicker than the MTU HSTs, but might be just a placebo. I'm not sure. It definitely feels like it. You'll notice as well that the signals are a lot clearer as well since the enhancement pack. That was one of the bits updated in the pack. See, they're a lot brighter and a lot clearer, so much nicer. Should be a standard feature in my opinion. Well, especially using this grass on this sort of vegetation and foliage. Should be standard across all UK routes now. Just looks so much more realistic. Got speed still climbing, we're about to hit 100 here. We'll be soon upon Loughborough. Can't be far now. Looks like we're having a nice clear green run all the way. Don't think we'll be held up too much or at all. More of those containers, branded containers, that just makes the world of difference. It's brands you instantly recognise. And here is Loughborough. What we'll do is we'll jump out at Loughborough station because there's a couple of things I wanted to point out while we're here. So as we run through, let's jump out. And there goes our HST. First things first, you can see the Brushworks now has the sign on the outside, which looks pretty cool. Get a little bit more detail around some of the, I guess like the clutter and the has been added porta cabins and the containers. Again, you can have a look at the signage here, so safety signs, advertising, get some big advertising posters down the end here. Just looks very nice. I'm a big fan. Let's jump back into our cab as we now absolutely thunder towards Leicester. We're running at 112 miles an hour and climbing, but we do need to drop down to 110 in just a moment. So I'll tell you what, we'll ease off the power here. We'll see if the gradient naturally scrubs off a little bit of speed, which it is. But I don't know if it'll get us, will it get us 110 in time? Yes, it does. It's good stuff. We can just now ease back on the power to maintain that speed. Obviously dropping us down to 110 as we go around this bend here. A bit more power. As we're going to overtake a 158 to our left. As we race past it now, there it is, in all its glory. I like it. I like it a lot. got some DB wagons here to our right. Also some additional MRL wagons I think that have been added as well. You can see DB Schenker trucks there. Looking very nice. Let's put the power on. We're permitted to get back up to a line speed of 115. Let's just set our camera back to where it should be. I'm not sure what station that is actually. Could be Selby, maybe, potentially. See, I'm trying to get my route knowledge up to speed, but we'll get there. Well, pretty much a nice straight run now into Leicester. You can see the full route map. As I sort of said from the outset, unfortunately this isn't for, this isn't available to console players. I really wish that the mods like this could be opened up to console players and wider, because, definitely should have access to things like this that make a route just so beautiful. It does feel like a little bit of a shame, really. But certainly those that are on PC will be able to make full use of this, and I strongly encourage you to. It's really easy to just need to drop the file into the right location and away you go. It's not too scary at all. There are a whole host of mods that are available on Train Sim Community, so I strongly recommend you go and check them out, and you can see what's available and what might take your fancy, because there's certainly enhancement packs for the majority, if not all, of the UK routes that really do take them to the next level. Definitely do look out for them and around them now when I'm playing on those routes. So we're only now 4 miles away from Leicester, so I should imagine very shortly on our approach we'll start to slow, but give it a couple more miles, I'd imagine. Brilliant, very nice run this has. Just a little bits of clutter alongside, like those electrical cabinets you're seeing at the moment. Obviously the line side fence as well. It's nice. I like it. I like it a lot. There we go. Another HST flies by. Okay, we need to be driving quickly. See, there's no warning. I didn't see a 90 warning board. You'd imagine you would tend to expect to see a 115, 115 down to 90 so soon without a warning board. Just about managed to make it. That is okay. AWS to drop down to a 40. 1.1 miles to get to there, so that's very achievable, and we're still accelerating. That's no good. Sort that out. So we're definitely on the approach here to Leicester. Speed's coming down very nicely. Let's just drop it back into running. So take the brakes off, and we can just let it run now, because it should drop down to 40 nicely. go. We've got a single yellow here. And the indication that we're going into platform 3. You can see the station just ahead, so I think we will start to brake a little bit more here. There we go. Speed's coming down very nicely. Look at it. And there we go. Here is Leicester Station. Just released off those brakes. We're about 3.5 minutes early, so yeah, nice and early. And we'll roll straight into platform 3 here. Leicester Station looking beautiful as ever. Again, you get to see a lot of those advertising as well. Oh, doesn't it look so good? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm really interested to hear your thoughts. Just roll up to our stop point here, a little further on. There we go, let's unlock those doors. Lovely stuff. We've got the right hand doors open for some reason. But that's all good, and we ended up with the gold. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video at the first look of this enhancement pack. If you have, please consider hitting that like button and also subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. So bye bye for now.